Today with some breaking news. A breaking news first alert. Governor Josh Stein is in Greenville today discussing the need for broader public safety plans concerning mental health. We have a live look here at Integrated Family Services, highlighting family services and mental health investments. Stein's visit comes days after he signed House Bill 307 into law, also known as Irina's Law. The bill was a response to the stabbing death of a Ukrainian refugee in Charlotte this summer. The bill will allow extensive mental health checks for certain criminals, among other things. The visit also comes almost 2 weeks after the governor said the state's mental health system is in need of fixing after 3 people were killed and 5 others were injured in a mass shooting in Southport. And a day before Stein signed the bill into law, a Dare County woman was shot and killed after the district attorney says she approached a police officer with a knife. We are now going to take a listen into Governor Josh Stein, who is about to begin speaking at Family Integrative Services.
Senator Smith, Representative Brown, District Attorney Dixon, thank you all for being here very much. Thank you for the service you provide the people of Pitt County. Natasha Holly here, Integrated Family Services. Thank you for hosting us. Thank you for the tour. But most importantly, thank you for offering this service to the people of Pitt County. There are so many people, so many families who experience somebody having a crisis and they need to be stabilized. This is a place where they can come and get that stabilization that they desperately need so that they can then be assessed and connected to whatever service they need in order to have long-term success. I'm so excited about the work that you do with mobile crisis care, co-responder services, school-based therapy, and of course this behavioral health urgent care center. The clinic is doing a lot to help people in Eastern North Carolina. They're taking care of people's health. At the same time, they are making Eastern North Carolinians safer. Here in North Carolina, we've recently suffered 2 prominent tragic reminders of just how important it is that we do everything in our power to get treatment to people who need it with serious mental illness. Our hearts ache for the families of Irina Zarutska in Charlotte and the 3 victims who died in Southport. Of course, we're all immensely relieved that everyone else who was shot has since been released from the hospital. The senseless murders raise real concerns for people all over the state. We all know that the vast majority of people with mental health challenges pose no risk to anyone other than potentially themselves. But we also know that some can. There are too many people in our communities with dangerous obsessions, exhibiting threatening behaviors, who do pose risks to others. Everyone deserves to be and to feel safe in their daily lives, whether it's on their way to work, at church, in their neighborhood, at their kids' school, in their home. And people dealing with serious mental health challenges similarly deserve to have access to health care so that they have the best chance to live healthy, productive lives. We can and must do more to get people well and to keep people safe. Last week I signed a bill meant to bring us closer to that goal. The bill, however, does not go far enough. Both of the people who committed these terrible acts of violence were suffering from serious mental health crises. If our mental health care system fails to serve people when they need it, then we are failing to properly care for the well-being and safety not only of them, but of all the people of this state. According to the National Association of Mental Illness, 1.8 million North Carolina adults live with a mental illness. Now understand the overwhelming majority, vast majority of those people don't pose risks to others, but they are still not well. And in recent years, on a bipartisan basis, we've made some real progress when it comes to treating mental illness. In fact, this facility is an outgrowth of a bipartisan partnership to address mental health needs of North Carolinians. But we know it's not enough. House Bill 307 didn't put any new money towards mental health or behavioral health treatment, money that would help us to turn the tide. In the coming weeks, I'll lay out a comprehensive mental health plan, but we know there are things that we should and can do right now. At a start, the General Assembly must fully fund Medicaid when they come back to Raleigh in a week and a half. Medicaid is the largest payer in the country, for mental health and substance use disorder services. It helps people with mental health conditions see a therapist and afford psychiatric prescriptions. In short, it is a lifeline. The General Assembly must fund Medicaid now. The two chambers, the House and the Senate, refuse to come to an agreement to this point. They agree that more money is needed. They agree how much money is needed. Their disagreements that have kept them from coming to the deal have nothing to do with Medicaid. It's time for them to put the people's health and all of our safety ahead of their political disputes. Send me a bill and I will sign it in October. Second, we need to improve our response when mental health and public safety cross each other. It includes getting people who need it treatment when they first interact with law enforcement. This is called diversion. Get people whose real issue is mental health and not criminal justice out of the criminal justice system and into the healthcare system where they can get treated and become well. There are some positive provisions in Arena's law to accomplish just this. It also includes what happens while people are incarcerated. This is a moment, it's actually a moment of opportunity to treat people's underlying conditions, whether it's mental health or substance use disorder, and then we want to help them re-enter successfully when they leave jail or prison. There are so many opportunities throughout the criminal justice system when we could just step back and say, hey, this person needs a service. People working at all stages of the criminal justice process need more training.
You've been listening to Governor Josh Stein, who is in Greenville this afternoon at Integrative Family Services, speaking about mental health resources. We're going to have more details later today. Our Elise Sandlin will be sharing more on the story later this afternoon.